just a beautiful, clear 61-degree mid-September night as you look at downtown Philadelphia. And now a few miles to the south, Lincoln Financial Field, the two-year-old home of the Philadelphia Eagles, who come out onto the field before a crowd of close to 70,000. And tonight, those Eagles get ready to take on Randy Moss and the Minnesota Vikings on Monday Night Football. Moss last week was limited to 27 yards receiving, though he scored 2 touchdowns, and he threw a ball for 37 yards. Culpepper, after the play fake, rolling to his left and throws for a first down to Richard Owens, who had crossed the attention of the defense on every play in every game. 1st and 10 from the 48-yard line. Culpepper buying time. Guns it over the middle. Caught at the 36-yard line by Randy Moss. 3rd and 4. Good part of the crowd to its feet. Culpepper under pressure, gets it away, and the pass is incomplete. Here's a little history. Morton Anderson, a 42-yard attempt, and Morton Anderson is good from 42 as he's just tied George Blanda for most games played in the National Football League. Thought that he'd been hit late by Antoine Winfield, the corner. No flag. 2nd down and 10. And McNabb rolling left and throws, and then it's caught by John Ritchie. Westbrook played his college ball locally at Villanova. Gets it again. Nice moves there. Those are the ball right on the 50-yard line. 3-0 Minnesota, first quarter. Swing it out to Westbrook, and Westbrook comes close to picking up a first down. Workhorse, racehorse.
Those is different. Like, you know, I mean, you have your racehorse and your workhorse. The linemen are the workhorses.
Levin's nickname is Horse. 3rd and 9, and McNabb buying time, floats one into traffic, and the pass is incomplete. There's a flag thrown.
And if he's going to scramble, it's going to be to his right.
26, defense.
He gets that jam early. You see he's up there, and he gets the jam right there. He's okay. I don't know that there's anything wrong with that. I thought that was okay within 5 yards, didn't you?
I didn't see what they saw. So Mitchell slipped and then got his hands on him. McNabb was out of the pocket, so I don't know what that call was. At the Philadelphia 28. 3-0 Minnesota with 6.5 to go in the opening period. And McNabb to the right side hits Westbrook at the 20. Slips a tackle, takes it to the 11-yard line. Wide to the left. There he is at the top of the screen. Nobody in the backfield. McNabb throws over the middle and underneath, and it's caught by L.J. Smith, the tight end. Touchdown. Because Bobby Taylor and Troy Vincent, who are here and played so well for so many years, are both gone. So the kids take over, and Culpepper is able to float one over the middle. Culpepper. Wiggins. And Wiggins is a yard shot. Really get it. Every nuance. 3rd down and 1 from the 37-yard line. And they give it to Burleson, the wide receiver, taking it from Moss. That won't last. He's he's about 750,000 right now, which is 32nd out of 32. And 3rd down and 7. That's caught Moss, and Moss will step out of bounds.
And get your roll on. This is where you want to get your roll on in these next 2 downs.
2nd and 10. Underneath, there's a flag, and Ontario Smith takes it to the 2 from the 3. Smith.
Here's where Dante Culpepper is very dangerous as a runner.
2nd and goal, and there is Smith, and he gets taken down. Mark Semino was able to stand him up. He's the first guy to hit him. Culpepper out of the shotgun. Stepping up. Can't get in. Stopped inside the 1. Dawkins and Lewis come up.
And always played goal line defense very well.
Tice is going to settle for a field goal attempt. 19 yards, Anderson bangs it through. Mike Rosenthal, the right tackle for Minnesota, is being carted off. We'll get a report on him. as Donovan McNabb on the first play of this series hits Owens, and Terrell Owens makes his first catch of the night in Atlanta. And there was that famous scene where Owens is berating Knapp on the bench in San Francisco, but Knapp said, he's all right, you're going to like this guy. Second down and 9, and it's caught out here by Chad Lewis, who comes very close.
Terrell Owens is a #1 receiver. The Eagles in the past years have been playing with #2 receivers.
Almost a mini jump pass over the middle.
He has a great work ethic.
Second and 10. Little toss back to Westbrook. Slips one tackle, but not the second.
And all that stuff. He won't be eating like that and looking like that 10 years from now.
Third and the deuce, and that's caught over the middle, and a first down there.
Who's the boss in that family? I'll guarantee it's not Andy.
Third down and 7. Flip outside to Owens. And all those white shirts converge on Terrell. No place to roam. Anderson and Akers. Detmer puts it down, and Akers' kick is just inside the right upright.
Block and Javon Curse just took him straight back, and it looked like his foot collapsed.
Second and 10, and Culpepper is a tough dude to bring down, and the pass is incomplete at the 50-yard line. Third down and 10, Culpepper out of the gun. Culpepper on third and 10, flushed out across the field, across his body, a dangerous pass, and he's lucky that Michael Lewis didn't pick it off and run it back a long way. Glasses.
He said in a game against New England, he said he looked down at his play menu, as they call it, and said he couldn't read it.
Also a little overdressed for 61 degrees, but a good play call right here off that chart. Brian Westbrook fumbles the ball, and the Vikings recover before it goes out of bounds. Lost the ball, it started to bounce out of bounds, and then Brian Russell is right there to alertly recover for Minnesota.
I think here he ought to be going to Randy Moss.
Third down and 8, that's Moss at the bottom of the screen. And he goes to Moss on a slant, and that's an 11-yard gain. Again, bottom of the screen. Culpepper looking the other way, now underneath, and it flips the ball to Jermaine Wiggins.
So he just throws it underneath to that side.
Second and a short 1. Flips to the outside. Moss makes the catch. So Randy Moss tonight. Crowd rising from the 26-yard line. Culpepper underneath, caught. Good tackle is made. Mewelde Moore, the rookie. Two rookie tight ends plus Wiggins. Ontario Smith in the backfield, and Moss in motion on fourth down and 1. They fake it to Smith. Culpepper flips it to one of those tight ends, Richard Owens, and Owens takes it down to the 1-yard line. So with Kleinsasser out, Owens would have a big night. We just didn't think it would be Richard Owens. First and goal from the 1-yard line. Fake to Smith again. Culpepper avoids the sack. Dante's going to run it in, and he fumbles at the goal line. The question is, did he get in with possession? He was very close to getting in. Let's see who recovers it. Philly has it. It's challengeable. If Tice wants to challenge the call, he can. Take a look. Did he get across? Did he get to the goal line with possession?
It's where the ball is. Does the ball cross the goal line?
By the coach at this point, they have to challenge it or at least stop play and look at it upstairs. Officially, the replay booth concludes no touchdown. We know that when they didn't stop play, at least to take a longer look at it. Second down and 5 now. Westbrook gets free. Across the 25, run out of bounds, and that's the largest ratio in the history of the National Football League.
And the defenses know that, so they all go after it when he carries it.
Meanwhile, McNabb, who almost never fumbles, at the half. And coming up next will be the Lexus Halftime Show, and we come back after this message from the NFL and a word from our ABC station.
And before he gets there, he fumbles the ball, and the Eagles get it back.
Aaron Elling kicking off. Philadelphia takes the ball to start the third quarter. This is J.R. Reed. Gets a couple of nice blocks, and J.R. Reed gets it into Minnesota territory.
Brian Westbrook is a tough guy, though, to tackle high. I mean, you know, he's going to be underneath any high tackle. I don't really agree with that.
McNabb under pressure, slips it underneath to Ritchie, and he gets taken. First and 10, ball at the 21-yard line. It's a backwards pass, and Mitchell can throw it. He looks to throw it. Can't find anybody, so he flips it back to McNabb. And McNabb gets inside the 15, and the crowd loves every moment of that one.
Yeah, but I'll tell you, the guy that doesn't love it is McNabb.
You know, the officials are conferring, and I'll tell you what's going on here. If a quarterback takes a snap in the shotgun, he can be the recipient of a pass. But if you take a snap from under center and you do what he just did and threw it to Mitchell, and that's why you've got a challenge here.
It's been determined the first pass was backwards, which is legal. However, the quarterback was in a snap.
Was not in the shotgun.
He was not in a shotgun position. Therefore, by rule, number 5 is ineligible. There'll be a 5-yard penalty.
And he wasn't able to throw it when he got out there.
Second down and 9 at the 20-yard line. McNabb running inside the 10 to the outside. Touchdown as he prances in. And the key block was by Reno Mahe.
Dante Culpepper will get it for you.
And the guy in front of you is 309, and the two other guys are 325 and 343 at the guard spots. Culpepper taken off. Mike Tice enticed him to come from the college ranks. He'd been at Louisville, and this is a pass to Burleson, who gets a nice block. Randy Moss throws it, then Burleson is tackled out of bounds, and a flag is thrown at the end of the play with Michael Lewis. Didn't be news if a Jim Johnson coach defense didn't put pressure on a quarterback. Second down and 3 from the 11. Culpepper is going to step it out and go all the way in for the touchdown. And a flag is down back at the 8-yard line, and it's going to go against Minnesota.
Right, and that was an organized draw.
Holding 78 offense.
3 wides to the right, 2 to the left. Culpepper out of the gun. Eagles show blitz. They come. Culpepper has to get it away, and Moss drops it.
And that was the second time that first got by higher.
Conventional 4-man rush. Culpepper again stepping up and gets taken down from behind. Darwin Walker trips him up. 39-yard attempt. Morton Anderson, who was cut by the Chiefs a couple of weeks ago, tying Blandon tonight, 340 from that first round. 3 guys out of the NFL and 2 big-time stars.
But how about the way they started? Remember at the draft when they announced Donovan McNabb, quarterback, Syracuse?
3rd and 8. And here's McNabb escaping a sack, and then he had a wide-open Ritchie.
What's perfect weather for a blimp?
60 degrees, light breeze. Clear.
Good hitting weather.
Yeah. 15-yard line. Culpepper throws. Slant caught. That's a 9-yard gain. Marcus Robinson. Great ability to escape and run with the football. Donovan, of course, great success with this team as that is caught by Kelly Campbell, who gets to the outside. Third quarter winding down. First down. Culpepper runs out of time, loses the ball again. Scramble. Vikings are going to get it. It's Nate Wayne. Jermaine Wiggins recovered it. Second down and 12 from the 32-yard line. Flung to the outside. Caught by Burleson. The opening play of the fourth quarter is a dump pass underneath that's taken in by...
On that safety who's deep, he wants the ball thrown to him deep.
On third down and 11. Pressure from the backside. Hit as he throws. Pass is caught by Kelly Campbell. So Culpepper was tracked down by Michael Lewis. First and 15 from the 28-yard line. Culpepper evading, sliding. Second down and 1 from the 14-yard line. To the corner of the end zone. Moss tries to draw a flag, and there is a flag. Set it up. You can see him trying to set up a flag.
Pass interference. 84 offense.
This time, Culpepper has time, but the secondary does a great job, and he is forced to run to the sideline. Short. In the fourth, 3rd down and 4. Short drop over the middle, and this is Westbrook.
With Brian Westbrook, I think you want to get him in the backfield, run him off the edges, get him out of the game, spread him out, but don't beat him to death.
Now McNabb is going deep, and it is caught for a touchdown. Terrell Owens. Slam dunk over the crossbar. He beats Winfield. Moss can only look on in agony, and Philadelphia has a 2-touchdown lead. Take a look at this. When your knee hits the ground, the play is over. See his knee there? He doesn't have possession of the ball there. Then his knee comes up. He regains possession as the tip of the ball is on the ground, and he is rolling around close to being out of bounds.
I don't know that he ever had possession out.
Theo could care less. I hear you, man. 24-9. It would have been a no catch on the Owens touchdown. We'll show you again in a second. 25-yard line now as Culpepper has to go to work and work in a hurry, and Nate Burleson. They allow something like that to happen, and the extra point is the team should be allowed to challenge after the extra point.
Yeah, all the way up to the next kickoff.
6.5. Culpepper gets sacked. That's Sheldon Brown. You just never know where they're coming from. After that timeout. Rolling pocket. Throws. Converts on 4th down, so they stay alive. 3rd and 3 from the 19-yard line. That's Moss. He gets free and then is taken down.
They have to take shots at the end zone right now.
From the 11. Near sack. Culpepper chase. Ooh, and he almost stayed in, but he goes out of bounds at about the 5-yard line. To the end zone. Moss, and Randy Moss takes it away from Lito Shepherd for the touchdown as the crowd is stilled.
And that's what Randy Moss was asking for all night. Anytime that he gets singled up, whether it's a corner or a safety, just throw the ball up there. Lito Shepherd is there. He's about 5'9", 5'10". Randy Moss is 6'4". Here's an onside prevent. I would kick the ball off deep.
And that's what they're going to do. Fielded at the 10 by J.R. Reed. And a flag is thrown as Reed, with a great run back for the moment, pending the call. And McNabb over the top, goes to the air, hits Owens, and Owens is inside the 30, and that's a 1st down. The Vikings are really in a bind because they can't use those timeouts. Philadelphia's already in field goal position, and this has to be about as frustrating as it gets. Brilliantly. Great coaching staff. This has become a real premium franchise, and a sack here, and that's exactly what the Vikings needed at this point. Good. And that should cement it.
They never get down. They just keep fighting you the whole time. I mean, they did offensively. They did defensively. It wasn't a smooth-looking thing, but they just keep chopping wood.
Deflected, intercepted. Deflected pass, and Ike Reese will put a capper on this one with the pick. John, the more pressure that we see put on, and we talked about this a moment ago, the more, I think you're right, the key was the pressure on Culpepper tonight. And that'll do it for week 2 of the NFL season. Tahani Jones enjoying a good laugh, and why not? His Eagles tonight win it by a score of 27-16, and we'll have the AutoTrader.com post-game show coming right up.